Hello my dears, welcome back. For those of you who are new to my channel, welcome. Has it ever happened to you that you go inside a pharmacy or any of the beauty stores available out there and just stood there and wondered, I don't know how to find the perfect shade for my lips or my foundation type? So this is what we're gonna be talking about today. It will be how to find the perfect shade for your lips, meaning how to choose the perfect lipstick or lip gloss or whatever you want to call it, liquid lipstick, and how to find the perfect shade for your foundation. And I'm gonna tell you, probably this is not quite a secret, but I don't think that maybe some of you have heard of that, or it may have not been talked about so much. So I want to introduce you to something called, are you ready for it? Because the secret, or maybe not such a huge secret for some, is in the undertones of your skin. Okay, so how do you find your undertone? Like, this is something like super weird. So the thing about undertones is that these are the hues of your skin. If your skin type is very fair, you would have pinkish and some reddish undertones. If your hues are much more like yellowish, olive type, then you would be in that so-called warm undertone group. So in order to figure that out, you're not just gonna, of course, look at yourself in the mirror or your body and look at for any specific traits to identify your undertone, but you can also look at your veins right here, whether or not your skin gets sunburned easily. You can also try with jewelry, like wear silver or gold and see which one. So aside from the fair skin, the gold type of skin with also yellowish and olive type of hues, there is a third category, call it neutral category, which means that you have both cool and warm undertones. So how do you identify all of that? Meaning that if your veins are greenish, then that means you would fall more into the category of warm undertones. If it's bluish, purple, then you would be falling under the cool tone category. And in this case, I fall in both categories because I have both greenish and purplish. So that means that if you are someone like me with neutral undertones, meaning you're mixed of both, then it means that you have a wide spectrum of it means that your spectrum of colors is much more diversified than the other two categories. And if you have a fairer skin, then that means that you have certain limitations there. So if you're a person with fairer skin, once again, you would have some pinkish or reddish undertones, and the best type of lipsticks for you would have bluish or purple undertones. And if you would like to wear something that's lighter, it's not a very good idea, as it may wash you out. If you are under the category of warm undertones, then you would be able to enjoy brighter colors such as coral colors, bright like cherry red, some darker colors too, without any worries that you may look that they may be too dark for you. So of course, if you're with neutral undertone like mine, then you will have to look for both ways. I mean, you would have to look for something that is in between both undertones. So that could be a little tricky, but it's definitely not impossible. Another way to pick a good lipstick for your lips would be if your lips are faded pink, then that will be a color that you will be looking to find. And that's also a way to give you to make it easier for you to find the right shade for you. That is a good method if you're trying to find a good bright shade for your lips. And if you're more into nude colors, nude shades are usually one shade brighter or deeper than your skin tone. So choose them. So I am a very big lipstick, liquid lipstick, whatever lipstick you want to say, you want to present to me, I would love it, because I have so many. At least for me there are a lot. For some that may be just like a small amount, but I've grabbed some from my collection to show you what I have and how you can possibly pair the lipstick with makeup and what the differences are. Of course, the first and most important part is to exfoliate your lips with a sugar scrub, or you can put a lip balm, but essentially they need to be prepped. If you're using especially matte liquid lipsticks, even if you're not using, they should be prepared, and you can, after exfoliating your lips, you can put some lip balm and proceed after that to either outline them. You can also just like outline your lips with some baking powder for face and you can outline them with a pencil, or you can just go ahead and straight put the lipstick or whatever you have, lip gloss, whatever works also for you. I'm not sure, everyone has their preferences, but these are just some ideas on how you can add on to your lips, what you can add on to your lips in order to make them look more filled or emphasized, whatever the situation is and whatever the type of lips you have. So without further ado, I'm gonna go straight forward to the point with the lipsticks. This one is by L'Oreal, and it's from the Infallible Paints collection. It's a metallic liquid lipstick, which I love so much. And the color is like a rose gold, and it's just so lovely. I usually wear that if I want to kind of have more attention on my lips rather than the eyes. I definitely enjoy wearing it for every day, not just evenings. Yeah, I'm not that kind of person to really think what's the time of day to wear metallic liquid lipstick, but there are people who would actually wear certain liquid lipsticks only during the day or the evening, so whatever works for you once again. And this it's called Moonlust actually, if you're interested to know. And I'm just gonna put some of it on my lips. I haven't outlined my lips with anything. I just did my contouring, as you can see, and you can also watch the video about contouring if you haven't seen it yet, and subscribe to my channel, of course, and give it a thumbs up. So this liquid lipstick, I'm gonna try to get a little closer so you can see. I'm not complaining from my lips. There are people who actually would love to do some outlining. I also do it sometimes, just to have kind of the illusion of bigger lips. If you're a woman, or if you're a person who has bigger lips, you'll be bet you can definitely outline your lips and use matte liquid lipsticks without any problems. Lip glosses would make them even more plumpier, which isn't a bad thing obviously, but if you already have good luscious lips, then you won't really need it. But again, that's a personal decision. Some people love it, some of them have smaller lips and they prefer to use mostly lip glosses, or yeah, there are just really so many different types of liquid lipsticks out there. Ones that if you touch your lips together, there's glitter. They're matte liquid lipsticks, they're metallics. Oh my god, they're lip glosses. There are some that are just there are some that are just adding some glitter to your lips on top of the lipstick. So there are just so many options. I know it's crazy, but definitely figure out what texture you want to use. Also, it's not just about the lip color, and definitely try to use those methods to identify what your undertones are, so that you pick the right shade for yourself. So this liquid lipstick is rose gold. It's also kind of close to my type of my natural lip color. So as you can see, it's kind of flashy, and it makes the lips it gives them a little definition. It makes them a little fuller, and it's a great color and texture and everything. I really adore this this collection by L'Oreal. Another thing that I wanted to mention about the liquid lipstick by L'Oreal is that it's not matte. It doesn't have a matte finish, so that's a very good thing, because your lips don't feel dry, and it's definitely like a moisturizer to your lips as well. The other liquid lipstick that I'm gonna be trying now, it's a few shades darker than my lip color, and it's called Smoky Rose, and it's by Maybelline from the Vivid Matte liquid lipstick collection. So I'm gonna try it now. I'm gonna try to also shake it a bit, because I think the product is still, and it's kind of like a raspberry color. I'm not sure if you guys can see. I hope that's a good view for you. It's a very beautiful color. I love actually wearing such color, and before I've tried wearing from an actual lipstick from that is basically the same color, and I definitely fell in love. It was the best color I've ever worn, because I've kind of had I always had a little bit of a hard time to find the perfect red shade for me. So this one really is a great shade, especially for the fall. If you're looking for something, you should look into that kind of color. By the way, this Vivid Matte liquid lipstick, it is matte, but it's not really with the original matte finish. I'm trying to look at the camera to put on this liquid lipstick, so bear with me. I hope it doesn't come out bad. And I'm trying to also follow the lines of my lips and talk at the same time. Great. It is definitely a lovely color. If you're looking for something that's darker and you're not really sure if it's gonna fit you, then, and if you're like me with the same kind of undertone situation, then you should definitely try this lip color. It's the best. I love it. I actually haven't used it in a while, so that's something that needs to change. So this is Vivid Matte by Maybelline. It's a great raspberry type of color. It's wonderful. It's it has a slightly matte finish. It's not quite matte, and the color is just absolutely stunning. I love it. And it also brings out it kind of gives that faux look. It doesn't make you look like a vampire, like some people are, when they hear like dark lip color, they're like, maybe not for me. I don't want to look like a vampire, especially if they have a fairer skin. They're even more hesitant, and they're just not sure how to go about the darker colors. But do not worry, there are a lot of shades out there. You can find your perfect shade. Once again, if you have fairer skin, you have to look into those lipstick colors that have purple and blue and bluish. So I'm gonna do a few more lipsticks, and then we're gonna be recapping about what I just talked to you about. And I hope that you guys enjoyed this video, of course, because I think that you have to be informed about how to identify the correct shade so that you're not looking silly. And especially for foundation, that can be very tricky and very hard to identify when you're in a store, especially if the actual little bottle is wrapped, and because you can't break the seal, of course, and it can be very complicated and frustrating at times, especially if you're not willing to spend a lot of money on a higher end brand for a foundation or lipstick or whatever it is that is related to beauty products. So I am just gonna test now. I'm gonna test now some bright colors and see how this one looks like. It's again by Jeffree Star. It's called Problematic. It's a very bright purple color. Definitely more for spring and summertime than for the fall and winter season. It's the good thing about also the matte liquid lipstick is that they can be used for multiple purposes, such as lips, eyeliner for your eyes, and whatever you'd like to use them for. Even if you want to draw something with them, because they dry up so quickly, they can stay however you want them to, however you apply them actually. So I'm gonna try this shade, and then I'm gonna judge how that looks with that, and then I'm gonna judge how this liquid lipstick looks, and if it's suitable for my skin type, for my face and everything. I know that I don't quite wear purple. I am wearing mostly like darker shades, like brownish and some pinkish tones, but definitely not really purple tones. But this color is actually very pretty, and you can definitely rock it with some kind of a summer, spring look. This is definitely the color. Okay, and I'm trying to use my camera as a mirror. As you can see, I almost finished. And the color looks dark. I'm not sure if it's because of the lighting. Yeah, it could be. But I actually really love the color. I think it's beautiful. You can pair it maybe even this season. I mean, it's fall, but it's still hot outside and humid. Look at my hair. But I think it's definitely a gorgeous color. And I like that my lips are already, that it's already dry on my lips. Yep, it is. And I really love the texture. It feels kind of velvety. I'm not sure if that's one of the formulas from that Love Sick collection, but I love it. Definitely thumbs up for it. And I would say that this will look good also on cool toned. Yeah, this is also good color if you have fair skin. I believe maybe some people with more golden tones and olive type of tones and dark skin tones can also pull it off, but that will be something to determine, I guess. That will definitely look nice on fair skin. Maybe some of the people with warm undertones can pull it off, but definitely I believe that someone like a red-headed person would definitely be able to rock this. What do you think? Let me know. And if you have this color or any of the colors I've tried, they don't have to be, of course, the same brand, but let me know how you find them, if they look nice on you, if you actually regret buying them. Let me know if that also was a helpful video for you guys, because I'm doing it to kind of give you some tip on how to identify your skin tone properly and how you can buy beauty products with knowing what your undertones are. So the last color I'm gonna try is this nymph color, which is pinkish. Yes, it is a pink color. I would say I actually was absolutely in love when I was younger. Pink lips, pink everything, gold, like metallic colors. Just such a lipstick fanatic I was. And I'm still am. I really enjoy putting lipsticks and all sorts of things on my lips. This color, I would say, though, definitely it's not the right color for me. Out of all of the ones that I tried from my collection, I hate this color. And I'll tell you why. It's way too bright for me. I definitely don't think that I can pull this color off. It's pretty, but I think that if I mix it with something else, it would look nicer. Definitely it's pretty bright for me, for my complexion. I have once again I have neutral undertones, so this one is definitely not a good pick. Will I throw this away? Will I give it away? No, I mean, I like to have it, and I like to have it in my collection, but definitely in those types of moments you would only have the option to mix the lipstick with some other deeper tone in order to create a better fit for your lips. A better color. Definitely this is a good example for you guys, especially if you are in between both undertones, that such bright lipsticks are not really your fit. That will definitely look nicer on someone with fair skin, but on me, just it doesn't work. So what can we conclude at the end about undertones? So the first thing is there are 3 types basically. One is warm undertones, second one is cool undertones, and third one is neutral. And I'm gonna start with neutral because I fall under this category. Basically this category has better luck and wider spectrum of colors for sure. Some of them definitely can be a no-no, like one of the instances that you just saw in this video. And the other ones basically rely on the other ones basically you have to be careful what type of liquid lipstick you use, or any lipstick type. And of course for foundations you have to look for those specification, and for the foundation you have to look more into the spectrum. If the shade is with cooler undertones or warmer undertones, depending on your type, of course. If you have olive or golden tones, or if you're in the fair spectrum of shades, definitely let me know if those tips were kind of helpful and made sense for you, of course. And if you have any other ways of picking your lipstick, or if you know of any other ways to pick your foundation, and of course that can be useful for someone, even for me to learn from you. If you know of any other ways, definitely it can be tricky, and we all have gone through this. We've all bought things that didn't quite make sense, and those products are just staying there. But we all start from somewhere, of course, and I wanted to educate you into something that is important, especially if you are starting to buy products, if you're getting into buying products for the first time. Those things are important, especially if you want to have a good makeup day and not a crappy one, and one that looks just non-aesthetical. I do recommend you to try these ways to look at your veins, to identify how your skin reacts to the sun, how jewelry looks like. There are so many ways, of course. The hair color, sometimes even for the eyes, the different eye color has for different eye colors there are different shades of eyeshadows and so on. There's just so much information, but I just wanted to present you a basic information, especially if you're new to makeup or if you've never heard of this. And I hope that it's helpful for you all. Of course, if you have any other questions, you can ask me in the comments. You can also comment on your ways to find out your perfect shades. And of course, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to click on the little bell to be able to receive